Right, guys, I needed to make this video because I did make a video on the Dream Realm changes. That was just one part of some of the, I guess, inverted commas, controversy going around on the new season. The new season, I'm going to be upfront, the new season content is awesome. I think they've done a really good job with the delivery of the content. But as we have gone through the start of the new season, people have started to realize that there have been some changes that have not been so good. Now, if you want to check out my Dream Realm video, I can put it up here on a card. But ultimately, my takeaway from the Dream Realm is, yes, there has been some slight nerfs to Corim, slight nerfs to Marily, but they're still good. And like ultimately, these Dream Realm changes are not that big of a deal. But what is a big deal, and what I do want to make a bit of noise about, is the changes in rewards. There has been some pretty significant changes in rewards. And if you look at the Reddit, so this is the subreddit. I'm just going to quickly expand this a little bit so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the AFK Journey subreddit. It's one of the biggest hubs for discussion alongside things like the Discord, right? Every single post with very, very high up votes is complaining about how Lilith and the dev team have essentially pulled the rug out from people in terms of the reward structures. And one of the biggest ones that I think is a really, really good example is this one here. This is the secret travel log, a comparison between the original secret travel log and the season secret travel log. The original secret travel log granted you 1,200 A-tier soul stones, which is a lot. That is 20 A-tier soul stone heroes, 20 epic invite letters, acorns, a chest. I can't remember what's in those chests, but I know it's pretty decent. I think it's like a guaranteed S-tier soulstone for someone, and loads of experience and a decent amount of elixir. In the season one, we get 30 rate up invite letters and 30 normal pull invite letters, which in my opinion is actually worth less. You get 10 when you buy it, but you already got 10 when you bought the legendary travel log. You get a little bit more dust, which, you know, to be clear, that is about, at my level, that's about 5 character threshold upgrades. That is significantly less experience and less gold. So overall, you're getting significantly less in the travel log this time round, which is a massive, massive nerf in terms of if you're actually spending. Like, this feels like a big slap in the face to spend. But it's not only that. There is plenty of things that have been hit. The campaign rewards are cut in half with diamonds, letters, and epics. I've noticed that the corrupted monsters now no longer give you as sort of bountiful rewards. There is a nerf to the battle pass in general. There is a nerf in tower rewards. You no longer get acorns and essence. You just get like 2 title essence, which is honestly pathetic. It's even more of a slap in the face, and I'll show you just quickly now. There's another post on the front here that once people are now even able to progress through the latter 100 stages of the Trials of Abyss, and you get this 39 Twilight Essence for 70 stages, which frankly you're never going to use, not in any time soon anyway. Battle Drill rewards are getting nerfed because now you're into a district leaderboard rather than the server leaderboard. So if you're in like me and you were in a top 3 guild, you're now going to be mid-tier table and your rewards are going to go down the drain there. The AFK rewards in general have been nerfed. So on the original 0 to 1125, you got invite letters, you got diamonds, you got loads of stuff, right? Now I think you practically just get essence and experience. So there's a massive nerf to the overall invite letters. There is obviously changes to the way that PvP is structured, and yes, there is slight additions to diamond rewards on the PvPs, sort of the super PvP mode. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a slightly upgraded arena mode, which of course giving you slightly more diamond rewards. But like, frankly, it is just a net nerf, even for light spenders, and that's what I think is the most painful thing, right? Like, on a free-to-play basis, you can understand that the honeymoon period is going to end as a free-to-play player. Everybody knows that. That's not a new thing when it comes to these types of games. Often you'll go in, you'll get lots of free stuff presented to you at the start, and then you'll hit a wall, and it'll be like, yeah, well, we've given you loads of stuff. You can either just wait or you can pay. And that's where most people end up making the decision to sort of part with some of their cash to get a little upgrade and try and get past the next wall and so on and so forth, right? But I actually genuinely think that if, even for some of these mid-tier spenders, so people who would say, hey, when a new season comes out, I'm going to slap $40 on the travel log and the battle pass. I'm happy with that. I'm going to get a lot of entertainment out of this game for the next few months. I'm happy to spend, right? It just feels like a kick in the teeth to say, you guys are also getting a nerf. You guys are definitely getting less rewards as well. Like, for a game like this to be successful, especially for the long term, and I've got to hark back to what they said in one of their blog posts where they were like, oh, wait, this is a game for 10 years. For a game for 10 years to be successful, you need to ensure that free-to-play players and light spenders feel like their time is valuable here as well. Because ultimately, you can't just leave an entire game dedicated to whales. Whales enjoy beating people. They need to beat people who spend less money than them. Otherwise, there's absolutely 0 point you spending money here anyway. So I think, like, you know, ultimately, I would have kept the rewards the same. And if you wanted down the line to move the goalposts of the end game a bit further, that's a much more accepted method, right? Instead of nerfing the rewards that people are getting now, nerfing those endorphins that people get for getting all the free stuff, instead just like move the goalposts, like say, oh, this is end game, and then down the line just say, actually, this is end game because we've added something else. You know, that happens all the time. And I think it's less egregious than just straight up nerfing rewards. And everybody is going to get the rewards. So everyone's going to progress at a similar pathway. And you're still chasing the rankings, right? One of the big things that people like to spend for in this game, one of the main reasons that I like to spend is to keep myself relevant in rankings so that, you know, I can keep getting the ranking rewards. If everyone's getting the same rewards, then, it, you know, ultimately it shouldn't matter too much about giving slightly more away. And I think, like, I actually genuinely feel like the reaction to the Dream Realm was much more visceral because of this combination of reward issues. I think people would have been, like, I do genuinely think people would have been much less upset with the Dream Realm changes if the rewards all still felt very similar and there was a viable pathway to get to a different type of hero. You know, you say, oh, okay, well, I've still got Marilee, she's still useful, but hey, I know that with these 1,200 epic soul stones that I'm going to have in the travel log, like, there's a good chance that I'm going to hit another A-tier hero, like Coco, for instance, that I know is going to be useful in this regard. And I agree. I really like what this guy said on his post at the end. Please cover the community voices, and we want to enjoy the game. We want it to last. I fully agree. This is coming from. I'm not saying that Lilith bad, because Lilith aren't bad. Lilith have created a great game, and they have got. They are generally quite community reactive. They do a lot for the community. They've got a really, and I'll be honest, they've got a really great content creator program. They're very supportive of content creators. And as a content creator, I want this game to survive a long time. I want it to grow in community. I want to be able to foster a great community here. And with that, I think, you know, I need to talk about the ideal path forward here, which is essentially, I do think there needs to be some sort of revisiting of the rewards for this season. I genuinely think that you can see so many people, like, and this kind of thing here, what you can see on your screen right here, these reviews, these kind of things are going to hurt the game. This is what happens when a community can get whipped up into a frenzy. This will hurt the game. If suddenly you drop the Google Play and the iOS rating down, that's going to hurt the game in the long run. For a very, very small change that you can make now, it's going to hurt the game in the long run if you don't try and get on top of the community sentiment as it is right now. There's uninstalls going on, refunds to Google Play, which, by the way, I'm just going to say this right now, guys. If you refund or charge back any purchases, your account will be banned. Okay, so if you want to stick it out and wait and see if something happens, please do. If you're very happy to just leave the game and say, nope, not happy with this behavior, I'm charging back. If you charge back, the general course of action is that you will get your account banned. That happens pretty much with any dev, regardless of who they are. I'm just putting that out there. And again, like, it's rewards needs to be revised. New season summary, AFK Journey dev. You want to, so where are we supposed to get acorns from now? How is it even possible to mess everything up this bad? Like, it's, and again, people calling for review bombs, like how to request a refund. Like, every single post is about this. It has really stirred up, and rightly so, stirred up a major issue. So here's what I think they should do. I think they should revisit the reward structure. I think especially for the travel log and the battle pass, revert them to where they were in season 0. let people keep the rewards that they have already generated as a token of goodwill and say, we've heard you, we want to make rewards better. Bring back invite letters at the very least to AFK stages. I don't think you need to bring diamonds back because I believe there's going to be a lot more AFK stages this time around, but maybe bring back invite letters and revisit the tower rewards because those are really, really quite underwhelming. Unless there's just going to be loads more tower levels that you're going to go through rather than 90, but right now, progress is slow, and getting 2 title essence doesn't feel very good. I don't think you need to do anything about the Dream Realm changes. I think ultimately, Marley is still good. The people that you've invested in should still be useful. Corin is still going to be a core for Necrodrakon because he moves around a lot, for instance. I don't think you need to do anything too crazy about the Dream Realm changes, and I don't think you should I don't think we should sort of... that should not be our focus for how we want to change things based on this season. I personally think the Dream Realm changes are fine. Because it's not that it's made Marley and Corin less viable. They're both still very good. It's just that it's made other things more viable, which if we get outside of our meta bubble right now, there's probably a lot of people in the game who haven't got Marley and Corin and haven't even bothered looking at guides and have just got, like, I don't know, Citrana and want to use her. And, you know, it just makes things a little bit more viable across the board for not only the people who are engaged with the meta, but also for the more casual player base too. Look, that would be my takeaway. I don't want to go on about this too much because there's not much else to say, but I very much agree with the community sentiment right now. And I think, like, I don't want this to be a stain on AFK Journey. I want AFK Journey to continue and be strong and be a great game for multiple seasons, which is why I think it's important that we raise the issues about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll see you soon.